Okay, hi everybody. I'm just here to show you really quickly what to do in Illustrator when you have your mascot scanned in. So I have this mascot that one of the students drew. I'm going to shift and drag that in just a little bit so it fits my board, and I can zoom in. So right now it's just the image itself. It's just a JPEG. So the first thing we want to do is under Live Trace up here, we want to go for one color logo. Now what that does is it makes everything that's sort of white to off-white, it'll make it just white. And everything that's kind of black, it'll make it honestly like a real black. So these little grays that are down in here, let me show you what I mean. Look down here, you'll see these grays. The problem with using something like color 16 is that'll make all those into their own path. But one color logo will get rid of that, mostly. Not always, but mostly. It'll get rid of that. Okay, so what you're going to do is take these lines and smooth them out. So let's start with one of them right now. Let's start with this top guy. We'll just work on the top and work our way down. So what I want to do next, actually before I do any of that, is expand. There it is. Now the cool thing about expand is that you won't have this interior white layer. Instead you just have paths, and that's all. Okay, so let me zoom in on this, and you can see that you have a whole buttload of anchor points. Look at all those anchors. There's a bazillion of them. You only need from here to here, you honestly only need 2 anchors. So I'm going to play with that one first, and I'm going to start deleting anchors like a crazy person. I'm going to delete, delete that anchor, delete that anchor, delete that anchor. You'd be like, oh, Mr. S, look, it's looking gross. Well, no, not entirely, because all I have to do is take my handle, bring that back out, make it behave. Poof, it's smooth. Go to my delete anchor point, follow along my path. I know there's an anchor in here because you see that bump. That tells me there's an anchor there. Here's another one. So it's just a matter of like whack-a-mole. Just whack-a-mole. So this is what you're going to do. That's why when I was talking about your sketches and I saw some of them seemed kind of loosey-goosey and a little messy, that's why I was saying, you know, you really want to be careful. This is why. Because if you're not very careful, you're going to find yourself doing this a lot. Alright, so I need to decide which of these anchors I'm going to keep, because if I back out, I'll see that's at the midpoint of his head. So I think I'll keep that guy right there. So that means he's going away, and he's going away. Now I can go back to my anchor that I decided to keep. Here's my handle for him. Oop, got 2 more anchors over here. Kill, kill, kill. Boom, boom. Got him. Now you're probably going, Mr. S, it's all flipped around. Well, no. I mean, yes, it is flipped around, but remember the bottle? Same thing. Same thing as the bottle. You just got to move your handles out. So now the not fun part is realizing that we've only done the outside of that path. I mean the outside of that that chunk. So now we got to go do the same thing to the inside. So I'm going to delete, delete. This is probably pretty boring. You could maybe even fast forward a little bit if you wanted to at this point, because I'm going on 4 minutes of doing nothing but deleting anchor paths. So you can see as I get rid of these, this fill layer increases because it's only anchored here and to whatever the closest anchor point is. So I'll keep that guy right there. That means I need to grab my handle and come on up this way. Maybe I'll grab this handle, bring him up this way. And now look at the difference. Look at the difference. Oh my goodness. It's amazing. Now, if you wanted to get like really fancy, you could just trace over this if you wanted to. You don't gotta, but if you want to, this is what you can do. You take your layer right here and you go to transparency, which is this button right here. Kill your transparency down. I would make it like that much. Oh, I have to select it first. Now I'll make it transparent. There we go. So I'll crank it down to like 35-ish. There. Now I want to make a brand new layer. I think I can do that from over here. New layer on top. What color do I want it? I like olive green. Don't really care. And what you can do to make things a little bit faster perhaps is to just go to your pen tool and just decide where things are going to be. Make your fill nothing. And then just continue on. So what you're going to do is just add a couple anchors here. And you're literally tracing over what you've done. Now if you mess up like I did right here, no biggie. That's what your handles are for. It's totally what your handles are for. So this guy can come back. So this guy can come up here. This handle. Can go there. This anchor can move out some. You know, whatever. And then you can do that famous thing that we did before. Anybody remember? Anyone? 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 Huh? I think it was the white arrow tool. Oh, wait a minute. That got goofed. Let's click on it and fix it. Where's my handle at? Okay, well if there's no handle I can fix that. Convert anchor point works the other way too. Bet you didn't know that. If you have an anchor point that has no handle, click on it with convert anchor point and drag, and the handle is magically reinstated. Brings it right back up. Alright, so once you have this done, that's good enough. Once that's done, then we're going to, which one was it? Can make a clipping mask out of it if we wanted to. Oh, nope. Oh, I know what we want to do. We want to paint on this. Yeah. We're going to do a stroke on a path. And to do that, I think we need to get to the pen tool. Where is stroke on a path? Who remembers? Who remembers where stroke on a path is? I'm going to see if you can figure it out. Because actually I'm trying to find it now. I know we've done it before. Maybe it's because I have to have it selected. No? Is it in brush tool? No. 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 Layer. I had my brushes out. Well, that seems really weird. I knew there was a way to get it going. Oh, I know what it is. I have to have it selected. Maybe that's it. Nope. Okay, where are all my brushes? I know I had them. All of my brushes have disappeared. Okay, well, that's a little strange. I guess we'll have to go with stroke. Seems like a boring way to do it, but it works. Okay, well for now just do stroke. If you guys can figure out what I'm doing wrong, please tell me, because that's a little confusing. I could have sworn that you clicked on this. Wasn't this, was it? Stroke on path? Stroke, 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 stroke. Nope, not there. Alright, well for now you can just do stroke on a path if you want. So what I'm saying is you can go the other route. So make it a little bit faster. I'll just show you. I'm going to take my pen tool. There's an anchor point. Here's an anchor point. And then I can get on the anchor and take my convert anchor point tool and use it as my handle. And it becomes my handle basically. So I can make it go the other way, or I can convert it and make it go this way again. So the anchor point, convert anchor point is actually very, very helpful. Now just follow along with this. I'll intersect them with that. Bring them over this way. Oh, nope, that's why I had that one over there. So I have to go back to this anchor. There we go. So you can do it like this if you want to. Just be aware of where your handles are. Always be aware of your handles. Alright, so that's what you're doing today. Might be easier to go through and delete a whole bunch of anchors. It might be easier to just trace over it and redraw it essentially. It's kind of up to you. I'm going to leave it up to you, but whichever way it is, you know, it's on you. Another thing you can do just really quick to clean things up is to simply select your items, take your eraser, make sure your eraser's small enough, and you can just smooth things out this way. However, it's just going to create more anchor. It might create smoother line if you're very good, but wherever it gets jittery, it's going to put another anchor. See what I mean? So I can do this, but it'll put an anchor point in two places. See? I can do this, it's going to make a couple anchor points. So it's kind of up to you. Alright, that's it. Have fun.